Welcome to Michelle's Opinions, guys. Today we have the honor of having, uh, how do you like to pronounce it? LiAhRa?
LiAhRa.
LiAhRa, who hasn't spoke in almost 2 years. This is her first time coming back out into public to share what she knows so we can listen and grow. So I'm going to hand it over to her. She can tell you a little bit about herself while I pull up the live chat so I can see what you guys have to say.
Hi guys, I know it's been 2 years and I promised that I would get back to everybody and start doing these, but the timing hasn't been right. And the timing seems to be right tonight. The England game's live, all the trolls are watching that so we can do our job. I'm a light worker, grid worker. I work with a big team of light workers, galactic emissaries. We're called Team Light, and you can find us on teamlight.com or unitethecollective.com, and we're a global community. Everybody who's awake is part of Team Light, and we've been going around the planet activating the new grids, and that's what I've been processing. My last mission for the last year, I've been processing what I did up in Scotland. All my videos are now live on my YouTube. And hopefully we can get on with whatever you want to ask me. I'm not watching this stream and I've not got my glasses on so I can't see myself. So take it away, Michelle.
Well, first I want to welcome everybody that's here this week. We got the Cart, we've got Mark, we've got Rainbow Phoenix, RG Casting, Scott Light Warrior Craig, Kate Wright, and a few people not ready to chat yet. There's 14, 15 people in the room. I know it takes a little while, and I pushed it back. Hi, Simba. Hi, Chana Ludeke. I see a lot of...
Chana's my admin. I've told her to get everybody from the group in.
Oh, that's nice to get a nice support system for her coming out. Hey, guys, make sure you subscribe. Yeah.
Anything you want to ask, just ask.
We were talking earlier. This was kind of one of those... we started talking on Facebook, and then we did FaceTime, and then we decided to do a Google Hangout and started talking. And some of the information ties into some of the other guests that have been on with that planetary alignment when all of the planets will be on the right side of the sun on July 19th. And she also has some information to share on that topic. I'd like to start there if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. I get downloads. It's like getting a zip file of all the internet information, all the pictures and all the films, and that's how they give it me, and I've got to process, so it's easy for me to draw what I've seen. Okay.
I'm just going to do pictures that you're drawing. Do I need to present you?
I'm just going to draw a quick picture. Okay. This is what I got shown today. There's the sun. Yeah, I don't know, I'm backwards here. There's the sun, and these are all the planets lined up in that triangle. The cosmic wave that's coming down is going to come down this way. And if all the planets are all over the place, they're not going to get the equal amount of light and information. So the timing has got to be just right. So while all these planets are lined up, the cosmic wave will come in, hit the sun, and hit all the planets at the same time. And that's happening between the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. And all the light workers have got to be ready because lots of people are going to be going cray-cray.
And you said something about the 22nd and 23rd. You want to elaborate a little bit more about what's going to happen, or what you've been shown what's going to happen on those dates?
The sun's going to be getting downloads as well, because the whole universe is moving. The waves aren't actually coming to us. We're moving closer to the wave. The universe is moving within the universe and heading more towards an alignment with the cosmic consciousness of a higher realm. That's all I can sort of describe it as to you without getting too quantum. and the sun's going to get hit first. It's going to get its downloads and
I think
process.
most people in here understand the quantum level
Yeah.
of things, so you're okay with going
Right,
there.
so the
Yeah.
sun is going to get its galactic codes. It's like we've been running on an internet system, which is the way I'm seeing it, where we've all been plugged into dial-up because we've been on a lower frequency. The sun's getting hooked up to the Ethernet, literally Ethernet, the galactic consciousness, to put our universe back into actual space-time, because we've been out of space-time in a locked continuum conscious bubble. And we're getting hooked back up. So it's like going from when your computers went from analog dial up to Wi-Fi and super speed Wi-Fi. Well, this is supersonic speed Wi-Fi. So the sun will get it first, and then it will just spread out the light codes. It's not going to be like a solar flare. It's going to be plasma lights, cosmic wave, and all the planets will get this all at once. So while they're all lined up in the correct formation, they can all get hit at the same time. Otherwise, the sun's got to spread out this information all over the place, where it only needs one shot. And then as light workers, we're acting as a conduit for the light codes. We're grounding them into the earth, spreading them out to the ley lines around us. But the people that aren't grounded, aren't been doing the work, it's gonna feel like, oh, you think we've been having it bad now. And the people are
Right.
going, we are going to have to go in and help people deal with this super load. It's like if you plugged your phone and it wasn't ready for Wi-Fi and you're getting all this extra voltage coming through, your phone would basically go haywire. People are going to be going haywire. They're going to be all over the place.
They're going
So
to be losing it.
we are going to have to start coming. Well, they will seek us out. They will hear from us. They will be guided by their higher selves at night time. They will see us in dream time, because we're pulling as many up as we can up to dream time, where they're getting their training. So when they see something or hear something that we're doing, it will trigger them to remember something they've been getting ready for in dream time. The whole planet is going to be doing this, all the planets, the solar system. So we then, it's quite a while away, we're ready then to go back and join up to the Andromeda galaxy, because we've dropped down from it. We were actually originally a part of that. Sorry, that was quite a lot of information.
So you think everybody is from that one galaxy, the Andromeda, where some will
No,
say Palladian, some will say
no. Everybody who's on this planet, you have got Earth-based souls that have originated and developed, because on Earth is a seed planet after all.
right.
She has gone through, she's been 5D before, and she's had civilizations that have gone off and seeded other worlds. And when we were part of this bigger galaxy, and lots of those souls are here now. There's souls from all over our solar system here now. There's souls from higher vibrations here now, souls from extra dimensions here now. Everybody who's here now and awake right now is part of this galactic wake-up team.
It's kind of like, does this have anything or any similarity to Dolores Cannon's Waves of Volunteers?
Yeah, they were the latest 3 waves. A lot of us have been stuck with this planet since, oh God, I can't say. We've had a lot of civilizations on this planet. Not what they've been telling you in the mainstream. Our planet is millions of, not billions years old, and a lot of our souls have stayed here, but we've not incarnated back. We've just stayed within the group soul of the planet, and we come out whenever a shift is about to happen, and all of us are out now.
Interesting. So, like I've given some of my testimony that I've been going through this for 17 years, knowingly, that like with the dreaming, and then after 2012 it was like a wham, get your butt in gear, you got work to do. But I also remember seeing things as a child, so I don't know if this has been going on my entire life. But the cares of the world kind of, it feels like the boot gets put on your neck, and you got to conform. but it's like we're deprogramming from that and
Well,
being breaking the program and being reprogrammed properly.
not so much as programming, and not so much when we are born, whether you know it or not, we're quite awake when we're born. It's not that we go into programming, we have to infiltrate the system to live as part of the system, to know how the program is running. You can't play a game unless you play the game.
Experience.
You can't hack a matrix unless you go into the matrix. And they've sent all the people who helped create the original blueprint of this planet, this matrix, in, because it got hacked and it got a download of a virus. So we've come in, we can't do it from the outside, we've got to be boots on the ground to hack matrix. And then now all these people are going to need our help. We can tell them from experience how we did it, because we have fallen down, we've got to back up, we've been hit with negative energies, we know how to shield ourselves, we know how to protect ourselves. We can tell them from experience. We've not read it in a book, we've actually lived it, and that's the only way you can teach, is by teaching what you've actually done yourself.
I agree with you, because we know what we don't like. Hierarchies, people going without while other people are being gluttonous. Just things that we have experienced and went through ourselves. Since their experiences, it validates it within us. So therefore, our heart, is turned towards what is in the best interest of all mankind, not just a certain handful of few.
Yeah,
Interesting way that you put that, but I call it remembering who we are. Things that we forgot, we are remembering. But you're right. Without those low lows, you cannot have the gratitude for the high highs. And also, with the gratitude comes the love, the unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness, and the love for all people, no matter what their background, what they label themselves as. It doesn't matter. All that stuff falls away.
exactly. I mean, I've been penniless, I've been homeless, I've had all sorts of things happen, but at the same time, I've managed to bring myself out and still stay on that loving vibration and forgive the people and love them and learn a lesson from it and understand why they actually do these things, to understand the programming they've got and forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. You don't hit a child because it's hit you. You teach that child why it's wrong to do that, and you still love that child. You're just telling it, no, maybe this isn't the best way to do things. It's not because people say you can be a reflection and you're drawing this badness into you. Light workers don't. We draw this badness to us so we can fix it and we can sort it out and we can lay it to rest and set an example of how to be a good person, still love people, going through all the nastiness and still love them.
Yes.
If we can do it, anybody can do it.
What would you suggest for somebody who's just waking up now to help to get their house in order before this ultra wave may hit them?
Stop drinking if you drink alcohol. It opens the doorway into negative programming. So if you've been working on yourself and you have it, even if it's a sip, you're allowing your defenses to go down. Do meditation if you can. I don't meditate like people meditate. I will listen to music and I will take myself off into my own little world and I'll draw. Anything that brings you into a quiet space, but definitely ground. There's some information on my YouTube channel. I've got Ryan DeRowan's Team Light and his post there, how to cleanse in the shower and cleanse through the water. But as you're actually doing that, when you get back, once you start cleansing yourself and washing all this virusy stuff off you, and you start working on yourself and you get higher in levels, you can start then programming the water with, as you're cleansing the water, and anything that goes through you goes into the water system, and other people will get your codes. There's lots of things that we used to do back in the Iceni days. I've got my downloads from that, where they would wash you as like a baptism, but I don't do religion, as you know. We don't. But the Icenis are the closest religion I can say or belief system that are closest to light workers. They were the light workers of the time. You know, you cleanse yourself in the water, you cleanse it all off, you drink nothing but pure water, nothing but good food, you raise your vibration. Once your vibration's raised at a steady pace all the time, then you can start eating what you want and drinking what you want, because then you're changing the vibration of something coming into your field.
That's
But
right.
until then, it's not. I drink tap water, it's full of crap, but it comes into my field. I raise the vibration of that before it goes in me. I cleanse it. It goes out of me into the waterworks, and everybody else will get good, clean codes. So
Hmm.
there's things that aren't put out there.
Your own filtration system of purifying
Exactly.
it. Yes, I get you. Yep.
I mean, your DNA alone. I mean, for ladies back in the Egyptian times, the high priestesses would all bathe together in a ritual. People won't remember this unless you've had a lifetime, but it'll trigger some memories. You would bathe, and the priestesses would all bathe together within the
And
pyramid
charge that
complex.
water.
In that pool underneath the pyramids was for the high priestesses. They would go into that water and they would shave the hair off their bodies, off their heads, and that water, they'd pray on the water and they'd put their codes into the water. Then the servants would then come and get that water, and they would feed the crops with it, and they would feed the animals with it. And then all the people then would get the plants, and they would eat the plants, and they would get the codes. No, people don't do this sort of thing anymore.
It's interesting because, you know, as we were speaking earlier, and I've told people here, I get my clearest and best messages when I'm when I'm showering, or when I'm swimming in my pool. I meditate. I'm just submerged in the water. Everything's peaceful. I'll watch the water, the light hit the water and make the beautiful designs on the bottom of the pool, and just go into a meditative state. And I get the clearest, best messages. Also, I'm going through a huge healing process at this time. And I love my water, and my water loves me back.
Mm.
And my water is not only in the swimming pool, and it's not only that, it's also benefiting my husband and anybody else who gets in that water. So there's something to
Exactly.
be said for what you're talking about here, because I've experienced it. I experience and then seek out, okay, what is going on? Is anybody else having this go on? So this is
Mm.
very interesting to me. Do you deal with any like synchronicities and angel numbers, or uh
They
any?
started years ago for me, but when I'm
Yeah.
tuning in, I say now I get like a zip file of a movie without the sounds, because I've always said I don't want you talking in my head because I don't want to feel like I'm crazy. So they'll send me zip files and they'll send me music as the words and images, and I will decipher them all at once. It's really interesting. So that's what I get. But the synchronicities, I do get them all the time. The other week I got led on to watching Nathan's channel with Sam's messages. I
Yes.
mean,
Do
to
you
me,
have that playing in the background where you can hear? Are you getting
no, I
any?
couldn't. They wouldn't let me put it on, so it kept freezing. So,
Oh
but
my
anyway,
goodness.
I'll post these. I shall post these on your page. But to me, Sam, as Nathan calls Sam, everyone's got their own belief systems and everyone's right to their belief systems. But the universal consciousness principle is the collectiveness of everything, and it's intelligent and it loves. I call it babe. And that is what I've always called it. It's not a religious term. It's not putting a man on a throne. It's not a sex. Babe to me is just an anagram of being amazing, being everything.
Wow.
Everybody, when I
Nice.
say,
I like it.
when I speak to people, I go, "You're right, babe," or I call them dude. Divine us doing everything. So dude
Wow.
or babe, and it's more you. It's like saying I see you or namaste. To me, it's babe because I know what my intent is on that word. So anyway, I was eating a nice lolly, what you call a popsicle, and it was ice cream surrounded in like orange juice, and I was licking it, and I was watching watching Nathan's videos, and as I was licking it, it made a marble pattern. I thought that's pretty, and I turned it round, and it said Sam.
No way. Get out.
Yeah, I've got a picture of it.
Synchronicity.
I sent it to Nathan and I thought, this is mad. And I was just listening to music and they're playing things like new songs about paradise and heaven. And I'll stop outside my sister's and I just sort of put it out there. When are we going to get the world back? And I just sort of looked down and I looked down and there was a skip where people throw the trash in and house clearances. And there was a wooden globe.
Really?
Yeah, it's tucked in there. So I've got it in my bathroom. My daughter wants it.
Oh
So,
my gosh. So where do
but
you
it's
see humanity going as a whole through with the gifts that you have and the abilities that you have? Um, that you just naturally are connected.
well. I
So I
shall
don't want to
show
overwhelm you.
you.
Just let you flow.
I'm just going to show you where we're headed. It's going to take a while, but I'm just trying to find the picture. I've got so many diagrams here.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute out so it'll stay on you while you show your pictures. But I'm not far.
Okay, I'm just looking for my pictures. I've got so many here. We've all got gifts, and everybody just needs to remind how to use them. Oh, where is it gone? I've got so many. I don't know where it's gone. Oh, here it is. It might be in this file here. So I've been doing this for 50 years. I mean, I'm 50 now, so that'll tell you how long I've been at this. 3 months old is when I started doing this. So, right, okay, this is where we're, let's see, Earth 1 and Earth 2. There's actually a third Earth now, which is the new Earth, and it's not appeared on the download yet. But this is the sun doing its thing. In dream time, we are going from here to here. Every night we will wake up either here or here. It looks identical, but just slightly different. To me, that's the Mandela effect. And there is a new Earth, but it's behind here, and you can't see it because it's in a higher vibration. But that's how we're going, and we'll have the 3 moons back and the 3 moons back. 2 moons are coming in to fix our planet, make it stable again. But that's how our system should look like.
With 3 suns in the sky. 2 of them were orange, 1 of them was white. 7 Earths in the sky, plus I was standing on one. And then now I'm seeing day moons and night moons. So this is interesting.
This is what we look like now. That's the Earth now. There's the moon. What quite off balance with the other Earth is in 4th dimension. This is in the 3rd dimension. This is the sun, and it spins around the sun. We never see this one because they move together, but it's just in a slightly higher. So when we're talking and we're in 4D, this is where we are. But when we go into a bad day, we wake up in a bad day, or we've had a bad dream, sometimes we will wake up here. They look identical, they're just slightly off from each other.
That's right. That's why you would see the changes. And then some of the changes, then all of a sudden somebody will see them flip back. If they see them flip back, then they slipped back and woke up on that wrong, not the wrong. There's no wrong, but on the other Earth.
Yeah, so everybody's right. And each Earth has got a different belief system of creation. One's feminine. The 4D's a bit more feminine going into 5, and the 4D is very masculine. But the balanced one is in 5D, and it's higher up, and light workers are all working on the new grid, ready to set it up so we can move it into it when it's ready. So yeah, so there's the one I was looking for. I think it should be that way up. This is the Milky Way galaxy. Let's see.
Now
this
that's
is the Milky
more
Way.
I'm going to have you hold that up for a second. But that's more like what I saw in a dream. I saw the 3, but they were like compressing into one.
That's right. So, that's what's happening. This is the Milky Way.
Out so we can.
This is the Milky Way. This is Andromeda. This is Pegasus. We were all part of one system, and we dropped down, sort of like that. And we're moving as Earth is right at the bottom here, right at the bottom. And as we come into alignment and we light up, then we shall move up to the next, merge with the Andromeda. They can ascend, we complete our ascension, then we move up to the next one, become one supercluster. And then we're on par with everybody else in the multiverse. And that's going to take quite a while. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that's relevant to that question. Okay, this is how I saw the wave.
What are you sorry about? Because I was taking a drink.
No.
No, you're fine. Okay, let me mute out so we can see your picture.
Okay, this is how I saw the wave. This is what I brought back. This is all gold light, but I've not coloured it in so you could see the difference. This is what's coming into our sun and our planet. It's a wave, and this is not the central sun. It's a portal, and I think they've just spotted it coming into. Well, we're moving into this part of space, but it's like a stargate. It's going to open with all this energy codes coming in, and it's a stream that's going to hit and activate the sun in our solar system.
Wow.
You
And
can
see,
there's
that's what
our
people are
sun,
talking about. This fifth wave,
and
or I'm
people
sorry,
are seeing
sixth
that.
wave is going through, but we're heading into the seventh wave, which is going to be more intense. And I don't know if you seen the interview I did with Lisa. She talks to, she calls it Lilu. Everybody has their way of communicating with the universe. The universe has a way of communicating with each and every one of us. She got an exact date of July 31st at, I think, 12:37 a.m. that this, and then it's going to take, she said, I think 4 weeks to go through this. So it'll be pretty hot and heavy for some people. What's your feelings on that? I know that when we go into that, um, when Mercury comes in on the 19th and all of the planets are lined up on the right side of the sun, that it said that it's going to be a 4 to 8 week period of time before one planet slips and starts to come back out the other side. Now, we've been feeling these symptoms as it's been getting closer and closer to this alignment, this phenomena, and these are from the awakened people. I'm just wondering, what your thoughts are on people that have not even awakened. If we're feeling the symptoms of the integrations, I mean, it's going to be like pop goes the weasel.
It
These
is.
people are going to go, what?
Well, the ones who are vibrating on the 3D, it would be filtered through the shielding. It's not a shielding, it's something that light workers have left there to shield them, so it's going through slower, so they will get it at their own time. The 4D vibration, obviously the higher the resonance, the quicker you download, the quicker you'll get it, but everyone's going to be hit. The symptoms are going to be all sorts of bowel movements, headaches, teeth aching, gums aching, skin, everything. And people are going to be going to the doctors thinking there's all sorts wrong with them, and the doctors haven't got a clue what's wrong with them. So
Right.
this is where we're going to have to teach people how to ground their energy. People walk around with trainers on, they're not touching the bare earth or the ground. They need to. I've been telling my mum, she's been getting all sorts of things, and she's thinking, oh, it's her arthritis or it's a menopause. I said, Mum, just take your shoes off, get on the grass and stand there for a bit. And she said, oh, I feel a lot better now, my headache's gone. I said, oh, really? So
Interesting how a little grounding will help you out in that manner.
but they're going to need to be treated like children, and because the children on this planet are higher evolved than most of us, but it's the old generation, I'd say from 60, 70 upwards, that's still hanging on, that need all the help.
Right.
Because they'll just be dropping suit otherwise.
At my age, it was a lot of work. I'm not gonna pull anybody's leg. I mean, yeah, experiencing what I've experienced, I've expanded and learned. But to get that old information, that old paradigm out so the truth could come rushing in, it took a while. And, there was depression that went along with it. But once I got through that and I got that clear understanding of who and what we are in truth, all I could feel was unconditional love, bliss, joy, and limitless possibilities.
Yep. And the minute you're in that state and you start then feeling, oh, I feel a bit rubbish, and you get in a nasty thought, you can then know, I was in bliss, that's not me. And you can trace that back to where it's originated, and it'll be somebody on your stream family member, a friend, or someone who's watching you. It's not like they're siphoning your energy or attacking you. They were asking, it's a cry for help. And as light workers, we've got to reply to that call. Even if they're trolling you or sending negative, it's because the higher self's going, say anything. And because they're negative, they'll say something negative or give you something negative. I will go into my field and I will find out where that is, and I will pull it and I will trace it to where they are, and I will send them love and work with their higher self. So I don't interfere with their free will, and just say, look, wake your vessel up. If they're not ready, give them the downloads because they're sending me this, and then I'll cut the cord after I've spoke to the higher self. I never speak to the person, I will speak to the higher self, because then if they're not ready for the information, it could do all sorts of bad damage to them and rush them too much and make them go even further asleep. So you always speak to the higher self.
Let me read something here that Pretty Dark said. I'm gonna look at the chat. If you guys have questions and stuff, feel free to add my name in there, so that way I can see them very plainly and ask the guests, so that way, yeah, it's just easier. But Pretty Dark said something pretty interesting here. A lot of the uncomfortable feelings might be from our unconscious, this resistance. Imagine opening the door and window of your house, or a flower opening to the sunlight, for the first time. It's
yeah, I mean, if you've not worked on yourself, I've spent a long time, so I only can talk from myself, but I know the people that I have worked with. If you're getting this come up and you've not worked with yourself, deal with your own stuff first. It's called spring clean. You lift up all your rugs, you go into your attic, you go into your basement, you empty out everything. You make sure your house is clean and spotless. And when you've done that, then if something comes up, you can then trace it back. Do your work first.
And Rainbow Phoenix wants to know when the last time the planets were aligned, what year. Now, I haven't Googled that. I recommend people
I don't
go to Mr.
Google
BB.
stuff like that. I don't go into the past, because that is just, that to me, it's just dragging you back into a timeline we're not even on anymore. And it's just like, I like to work on what's current now, the possibilities of timelines that we're going to jump on, because everything is open at the minute. So you work with where you are.
I've sourced Mr. BBB, Mr. MBB 333. Yes, because he had found that it has happened, I think, either 3 to 6 times in the last 120 years, which has caused volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, all these different things
on
to
the
happen.
Old timeline.
Right, on the old
vibration.
Timeline. So if you're wanting to know that kind of information, that's where I recommend that you go and check that out.
It's very relevant. I keep up to date with what's going on, because I want to know what's going on right now, current, on whatever timeline it is, and I will go and find out what that is. But when you're looking at history and you're looking at, oh, this happened 300 years ago, well, which timeline did that happen on? Was it last 3DF, the other 3DF, the parallel F? Which F did that happen on? Because all the stories have played out. Which F have you come from? Because it might not be relevant for you. It might have played out on that timeline as volcanoes. It might have played out on another timeline as a tsunami. Which timeline? Floods, I mean, you've seen the Mandela changes, everything. Some of it is us doing it to wake people up, the spelling mistakes, and we've done that. The people who are awake, gentle nudges, but the big ones, that is us sort of saying, yeah, we're ready for this, and which time, so you know which timeline you're from. Really, it's like a marker. I'm from that timeline. Which timeline are you from? Which which F have you come from? 3D this F or 3D that F?
Okay, Transmissions Forever says the divine feminine, or the feminine divine, is wanting to be masculine divine, and there is so much confusion now.
No,
I don't see that, but
no, I don't.
I don't. I have no desire to be a man.
Masculine, no. Or I mean, look at us. I've not got a short hair.
Yeah.
So you've got to balance the divine, masculine, and feminine within yourself. I mean, for a long time, while I was doing
side, left side brain, it's got to be in balance. Equality.
I mean, when we were in the 3D vibration of the F that I was on, I had to
Oh,
be
I
very
know what you're
masculine.
talking about. Oh, he's not talking about it. He's talking about like all these women that are out there going nuts with their butch haircuts and equal rights, equal pay,
Well,
all
they're
this
asleep
rhetoric.
people. They're the ones
Yes.
who aren't awake.
So he's talking about the
They're
yes, they're
3D
not awake, but they're feeling these energy waves
urges.
and they're reacting to them in a negative output rather than a heart centered,
Exactly.
unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness type of way. Okay, I
Yeah.
think I got your question right on that one. Is that a
Yeah.
better?
See, when I was younger, when I was in my 20, I don't know, 28, 29, I've trained all my life doing karate, judo, all sorts of martial arts. I got trained by the SAS in a style called Salat, and I had a sensei come over from Thailand. I'm the only woman in the world with a first dan in Salat. It's what they teach the SAS or the special forces to do my job. And I actually worked for a group called IBIS Security in physical, and I had to really sort of bring my masculine forward. I had to, because of the world I was living in and the job I was doing, drug searches, protecting people, and all sorts of stuff like that. But now I found, I've had to raise my female back up to about 51% and 49% male. So I'm sort of just a little bit over. I've got to stay a bit more feminine.
Have you heard the term zero balance?
Yes.
What does that mean? I've heard it. That's I've heard it in dream state and when I'm
Right.
actually
To me,
so
it's when you've balanced both hemispheres of your brain. You've made a rainbow bridge between the both hemispheres into your pineal gland, activated your pineal gland, gone down, activated your heart, activated all your chakras, brought all your chakras online, brought them up to your heart and put them out there, connect to the universe and to the earth and everything, and then that 0 point.
interesting. You guys have if you have any questions for just at my name so I will see it. Transmissions Forever says thank you, LiAhRa, for the explanation.
I can show a bit of a diagram of my chakra system.
Oh, it's wonderful. You guys want to see some more pictures?
Some more pictures. Okay.
Show more pictures. And I'll keep an
So
eye on the chat for questions. Uh,
so this is the heart of the planet, the core, and she has two chakra points that your feet touch when you're awake. And then it goes up to your own chakra system. This is what most people who are activating now and waking up will be working on, these. And then you activate the top chakras and align everything through your body into the earth. When you've done that and you've started all that, it should look like this. And then you expand that outwards, so you're still connecting to the earth and up to the universe. So once you've got them all to your heart and expanded them, this is what it looks like. You're in a golden bubble streaming the light directly from source into your bubble, into the earth, and you've got your protective firewall on you. Nothing gets in there, only source energy. And that's what we're aiming all to get at. That's the rainbow body. You don't need to die to get that. Or pray on a mountain for God knows how long. But when I first got that, that's what I got it as. So it's very complicated, and then it sort of goes to that.
wow.
And
These are beautiful.
I coloured it in. It was just that I'll get the download and I'll have to draw it and draw it and draw it, and then I've got to simplify it so people understand what I'm trying to explain in higher terms, because you could show that child and a child would get that. And I'm not saying you're all children or you don't know, but if you're helping other people, it's a good way to simplify rather than overcomplicate.
And that explains why, as time is progressing, that more and more of us, the sixth sense, pineal gland, opens up and it enhances our five senses and then some, and that we're able to see in color now, not black and white, not the color of the
Yep.
skin, but rainbow colors around people. They're radiating them blah, blah, around themselves, around their very being, and it's
So
absolutely beautiful to watch.
when you close your eyes, what do you see? Try, if you could all try and draw what you see. You can even cover your eyes and just see what you see. I've drawn what I see, and that's what I see. That's
So
a
that's your.
stargate.
Oh, you got us closing our eyes, and then you're showing us. Wait a minute.
I'll show you. That's what I see. So I'll go in. That's a
Oh, wow.
stargate, and that is the universal stargate that's coming into our system and opening with the codes. So that's what you're aiming for, is a diamond.
And Transmissions Forever talks about codes and things like that. And he sent me something, and it was just a little snippet, like it was like maybe 2 seconds long, and it was a sound, but it was some kind of coding in it, and my fear of public speaking was removed, completely removed. And he said he filled it with love, and that's what happened was the fear of public speaking was gone, just absolutely gone. And it was absolutely amazing. I've had so many just profound people come on with these just amazing talents and gifts and skills, and sharing what they know so others can listen and grow. And the future looks bright. It's not the end of days, guys. It's the beginning of a new era. My gosh, time to get excited. Okay, let's keep going on.
Yeah, the future's so bright. You've got to wear shades.
Always. You should have your shades on now, those rainbow shades you had
Yeah,
on earlier.
I love these.
They're
This is
beautiful.
when I go out into normal people. I'll wear my shades and I'll listen to my own music. So I've got my own vibration and I'm seeing so I don't take on anybody else's rubbish.
Yeah. Okay. Art Casting says, when I meditate, I always see that God is a rainbow around me, as the God's eyes Cosmo. Wow, deja vu. You just deja vu'd him. Okay, and then let's see, rainbow. Okay, no question there. Okay, RG Casting, the earth is underneath me and I'm in space. And above me is the Stargate when God, the Stargate to God. Wow, deja vu. You deja vu'd him again. I will see it in full color and vivid when I meditate. Wow. Wow, good for you, RG Casting. Good for you. Hey, Pretty Dark, how are you? I'm sorry if I've missed you guys with saying the hellos. Hi, Yellow Sun, Rainbow Phoenix, Transmissions Forever. There's quite a few people in here. Yeah. The Carp, Mark, Pretty Dark. If I repeat, I'm sorry. Captain Lee 777, Dead GPK. And of course, I keep reading the questions of RG Casting Company. Think I got pretty much everybody. If I had, and Kate Wright, Rainbow Phoenix, Tracy Walling's Artemis. Is that a friend of yours? Mm-hmm.
Say that again.
Their name is Tracy Whaling, artist ASMR.
Probably. I know Chana's in there listening. She's dying for me to start my sessions up again, and as she knows, I don't feel right charging money for things.
Yeah, let's get into that.
So maybe I'll do some sort of donation thing if I start them up again to do a mission, because I can't use it for myself. It's wrong.
We don't need money. A donation thing would be nice. That way you're offering for free. And if they're able to donate, they're able to. But if they're not, you're not going to not.
I wouldn't turn anybody away because everybody needs this help.
And Simba's here. Yeah, right. Okay, let's get into that. What is it that you do, and specifically, and what's the outcome of after you do your services to people?
I only can ask some people who've had sessions to tell you that. What we're doing now is we're talking. And while we're talking, I'm connecting to your stream. You're connected to my stream. Anything that I get pop up or you get pop up to ask me, I will get permission from your higher self to give you. I'm not getting my information. I'm getting your information, and I'm bypassing your brain, giving it you back. So anything like I'm helping people, giving them deja vus, it's because maybe people in the chat and I'm pulling all the streams in, and I will just be getting download after download after download, and I won't do anything for anybody. I won't clear anything up for them. What I will do is tell them the tools and the techniques how to do it for themselves, as long as they go, once they've done it, they can teach somebody else it. Because we've got a whole planet here, and it's slowing it down because some people can't afford a session. Some people are light workers and they've got no money, or they've got an abundance block, or I don't know the circumstances, but I would rather teach people the tool. There you go. This is what I'm seeing. What's wrong with you, or what's blocking your energy? This is what your higher self is showing me. This is how I worked on myself to remove this. Try it. If it doesn't work, I'll give you another tool. But when it does work and practice, then you'll come across somebody else who'll need it. Give it them, help them, pass the tools on. That's what they're there for.
That's what this channel is all about, sharing what you know so we can listen and grow. And so basically you will be able to see where a problem is, but as each and every one of us know, nobody can do the work for you. The work has to be done. It has to be done yourself. You have to do your own work. But to help point somebody in the right direction is, you know, you don't want followers. You want everybody to take their positions as sovereign leaders, heart-centered. You know,
it's like I'm not going to. I am a teacher, but I'm teaching the teachers. I'm not going to do the homework for you. I'm not going to take the exam for you. All I can do is remind you of the classes that you already have taken on your dream state and upstairs. You've all got these lessons. You've all got this knowledge from past lifetimes. All I'm doing is giving you the right file. You do the homework. You do the exam. Then come into the teacher's lounge and talk with the rest of us.
Because you see yourself as an equal. You did the work yourself to come to the conclusions that you did. But when they're asking you to do your sessions again, what would that consist of? I know you said linking up, but like if we were to, let's just do like a pretend session. Like we're having a session right now. What are some of the things that would go on in this session? If they're asking you to start them up again, there's a reason.
Ask you what dreams you've been having lately, what stands out for you, what energies are you feeling? Are you hearing noises? What do you feel you need to work on? I'm getting you to do the work, and I'm just giving you feedback on it and giving you the tools then to help that. I will not preempt anybody or trigger. I can't explain how I work. But go on, you just be a client and tell me what have you been dreaming about? What's the most significant
give you a dream? I'll give you a dream I just had. I'll give you two. They're pretty quick. One of them I already shared online, and it was I was in I thought it was like a Walmart shopping cart or a scooter chair, handicap. All right, and there was a little boy there. He was very animated. When I looked down to the sidewalk, there was a rolled up. It looked like it could have been like a weed or whatever that grew in the crack of the sidewalk. And I picked it up and I unrolled it, and it was a $20 bill. And then I proceeded to go on, and I was in the store, and then I found another bill, and I unrolled it. It was a $50 bill. And as time went on, these bills kept getting bigger and bigger. And when I started getting concerned about these odd places where the funds were coming from, a police officer showed up, and I didn't get in any trouble, and I was led to believe, okay, nope, the money was meant for you. Now, as it progressed, just a couple days later, I was doing the bills. I opened up my accounts, and I pay my medical bills. I'm on disability. I pay the medical bills for myself and whenever donations and whatever I'm doing for here to do this outreach comes out of those funds. Well, there was deposits made in there, and lo and behold, the first one was $20, and the next one was $50, and then it went up to $400 on these weird deposits. Okay, well, why I thought the money was not mine is because I had put out a video asking people if they wanted to donate to help. This lady had a birthday, to donate to giving her a computer. Well, I had
Okay,
already
before
made a
you go any
confirmation.
further, I'll tell you what I'm getting, which everybody
Yeah,
else will
okay.
probably get in, because I don't want you to give me too much
Okay,
information.
okay, okay, I got you.
So the first thing I got before you mentioned you're on disability, that was showing me that's help of you getting your inner child showing you, look, whether it's a boy or not,
Here's a
we're
boy.
helping you. You
Mhm.
get off your disability. You're going to be getting money, and you've got to. It's for you, and it's you. Seeing the policeman was basically saying, we don't care. It's your money, and then you getting that is you saying it's okay to get your abundance. It's okay to get it and use it to help yourself get off the disability, so you can go forward. So it frees you up from the matrix.
Nice. Okay, here's that one ended up, because of the research that I did. I thought it went to her, and lo and behold, I called PayPal in the bank to find out where it came from, and actually the money was for my son that I should have got when he was a child, that I did not receive when he
Yeah,
was a
that's a
child.
child.
Interesting. So that's how that one zipped up for me. It came to pass very quick. Now this one I just had, I was talking, and there was three other people and myself, and we were talking. Now something bad had happened. Some little boy's arm had gotten broken, and something was going on. Well, I had forgiven them, long past over and done. Then the elder man, he wasn't an elderly man, but he was like about my age. Boom, he disappeared. Then I looked over, and the other two disappeared. And then I heard that they went to the electric chair. Now, I wasn't in any fear or anything. I was just standing there like, what? And then I woke up, and the weird thing was, it couldn't have been a pizza dream, because I was worried about where that money had come from, and which it woke me up early enough to make those calls to settle that out. So, what do you think that's trying to tell me?
Oh, well, when you see children, to me, it's always your inner child trying to speak to something that's happened to you in your past life, or this when you were younger. And if the two
Okay.
men, would have been your age when something like that would have happened, and it's the forgiveness and showing, they're getting what they deserve. It could be anybody relevant now, or anybody from a past life where something has happened and you were holding on to the guilt of, you've sent them to that punishment, but you've forgiven them.
Hmm.
It's so you let go, because we've got a lot of past life stuff we've got to clear, not just for ourselves, but for our family lines as well. So somewhere in your past, you might have had a family member hurt, and as a result, somebody's died from going to get their punishment. And that's come through your line, and you're clearing it for your family. It could be that you could have had somebody actually be the one that got killed from the electric chair, but it's something that's coming up in your conscious field from your family that you've got to clear, because you're not just, once you've cleared yourself, you start working on your family, you start working on your ancestors.
Yeah,
It's quite a lot for
you're
us to
right.
work on.
Out of the blue, my brother called me and started telling me all these, I'm having weird dreams, and I'm seeing numbers and repetitive, and all this stuff is going on with him. I'm like, well, you're within my circle. Oh, okay. Looks like we have a question. Okay, let's see. Maria B. Um, I feel like I have, what is that? Senioritis? Oh, where I am tired of spiritual work and all the constant clearing and vigilance. It feels like kind of um, integration, but how do I keep going?
Listen to your body, listen to your higher self, so your inner self. when you downloading, I find with myself, when I'm downloading information, I am awake. I just can't sleep. It's like I'm buzzing. I've got so much information. When I've cleared it, then I'll go to sleep and go upstairs and work upstairs in the consciousness. Your body will tell you what you should do. You've got to listen to it.
Yeah, if you're tired, take a nap.
Yeah.
If you're hungry, get something to eat. If you need to, go meditate and clear your mind because you're feeling anxious or stressed, go ground out. Like she said, take your shoes off, touch that soil. Imagine your feet have roots. Go into the ground, sit on the ground, give yourself some quiet time and listen to your body, because your body is, we most of the time, as we're forced to hit that time clock and be at work at a certain time and all of that, we're coming out of that age, and where we're going to be able to be in tune with our intuition, with our bodies, and we're going to work well as a oneness with each other. And you got to listen to your body, even if you're having aches and things like that. It could be from integrating, like you said, from past lives, healing wounds, old wounds, as things are compiling back into the oneness so we can move forward. Enough of this duality, dog eat dog. We're coming into unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness, peace, wanting the best for everybody. It's just a wonderful time. Okay, I've got a question from, looks like Rainbow Phoenix. I once had a dream that my hair was on fire. What could that, I think she means fire. What could that mean? Please ask her. Oh, she rewrote it. I once had a dream my hair was on fire. What could that mean? Please ask her. Okay.
I've never had I only can go on my own. Unless we're doing a face-to-face session, I can't access anybody's streams without permission. So, I don't know.
And
I've never had a dream when my hair's been on fire. So
I haven't either. I can't even relate to it. But I don't think I've told you guys this. But she has a Facebook group that she's admin. She's got her own YouTube channel. She's also got a blog. It's all in the show more notes. After the interview, I will also be placing her on that list on my homepage, where you'll be able to easily find her channel. I recommend you subscribe to her. She's pretty interesting. And she's, after 2 years of silence, she's coming back out, and she's got a lot to share.
Show you something I brought from Dreamtime not long ago about the new Earth.
Sure.
It looks like right now, and it's really hard to see. I'll try. So I've not coloured it in. There's the new Earth, the baby, Sarah being held in a hand. It's almost like a room. I don't know if you can see it. That's what I got when I asked about the new Earth. I just got that image downloaded to me.
Yes, we can see it. I've just muted out so that way they can see it.
I will colour that in and make a painting of it. When I've got time, I've just got so much. So, oh my God, outside I'm so hot. We're having a heat wave in England, but it's not rained for a month.
And have you noticed, like, when cleansings are happening and things like that are being released, that you'll get like really hot and then back to normal? And it feels like a heat flash, but you know that it's not a heat flash. It feels like something completely different.
That's when I know I'm getting high-pitched downloads. My height, the frequency goes up. The Schumann resonance, I'll go check the Schumann resonance. I know that's started to peak, and then the sun will start doing stuff, and I'll go, oh God, download time. And it's just like, we're getting them constantly, but when we get in the shift in consciousness, that's when it really peaks, and I'm sweating out of everything. My feet are burning, my hands are burning. Maybe the head on fire thing is that.
Maybe
as well.
That's the hair on fire that she's feeling.
See?
That might tie into that.
Can you talk while I take you downstairs? I'll take you all for a tour. I live at my brother's house at the minute, so I have to be quiet, so I'll let you talk.
Okay, and I was going to ask you about, how we are now on. We were on the Sagittarius, which was farther out in the Milky Way galaxy. Where now we're on the Orion Spur, which is more towards the center of the galaxy. and our sun has went from orange to white. What do you think that signifies? I look at it as a parable, but I'd like to know what your opinion is on that. As soon as you can talk, when you don't have to be so quiet.
I know. It's awful when you've got to share a house. Oh, okay. Right. Oh, sorry, I'm glowing. The sun's not gone down yet.
And then after that one, I got a question from you from somebody in the chat.
Yeah, the Sagittarius galaxy. We were part of the Sagittarius galaxy. That's spare. We jumped onto the Milky Way galaxy. Oh, well, actually, it's not the Milky Way. We were part of an ancient part of the universe, another galaxy which has gone. And to save us, we were moved on to the Milky Way, and now we're moving over. That's the way he got it. And this was millions of years ago. The Earth, they call her the Wanderer. She jumped around galaxies quite a bit. She's a seed planet. That's what seed planets are supposed to do.
But it happened in my lifetime. I remember a yellow sun.
Oh,
so did I jump a timeline, or
the Sagittarius thing that's the timeline shift. That's when we went from the other 3D to the 4D, and the sun is white.
and
I've
my
seen it where the
skies are
sun's
clear.
blue. The sun's going to be blue.
I've had purple skies. Look at this is an actual photo that I took in my backyard. I remember checkerboard skies where they were spraying stuff. Now all I see is beautiful blue skies with puffy white clouds. Sometimes I get purple skies with pink clouds. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, let me scroll back up to get her question. Okay. Maui Wowie 410. Okay. LiAhRa, why do so many light workers find themselves with financial problems? That's a good question.
So
actually.
we don't get the distraction of money and fall back into the trap. I've had money. I've been proposed to by multiple millionaires, and I've turned them all down because it's a temptation at that time when I needed it. It would have taken me off my path. Now, when I receive any donations or anything, it's towards a mission, and I use it only for that. And I help other light workers. It's never for me. I've got enough to live off. I don't get a lot, but
it really don't take much, does it?
As long as I've got food and my brother lets me live here, and I'm fine. You don't need a lot, but if I need a mission or I need to go somewhere, I always find it's provided. The universe I'll win competition I've not even entered. Stupid things like that. So that's why we're all skint. But the abundance is coming back, but we can't be distracted by the money because we're getting rid of it.
Yeah, we're wanting to get rid of the whole financial system completely. Poof, we want it gone. We want that big unequalizer out of our way. But just like I was worried that, okay, with the little bit of money that I get, I may have to scale back. And then, boom, it was in my bank account.
Yeah. You don't ever need to not trust the universe to provide for you. I get about £100 a week, which is about $100, $110, not even that. And I pay my brother some money here, so he's got a bit of, he can buy food. And if I go traveling or I need that, all of a sudden they will tell me that I need to go on a mission. The money's provided, and I go. I told you before, they told me 2003 I've got to go and activate Europe and do a grid there. I'm a single mum, no money, I'm not working at the time, so I've got 2 young children. How am I going to do this? And through friend of a friend, I ended up meeting somebody quite well known, and I got on a tour bus and I got taken around Europe, 5-star hotels and everything I wanted, and I did my job and came home. And never paid a penny.
And you think about, when they had those groups of people that would go to these parks in these really high crime areas, and all they would do is pray for peace and love and unconditional love or unconditional forgiveness. And it was actually measurable that the crime rates went down, and not just, when they were present, but up to 3 to 4 weeks after they left and moved on to the next one. So that tells you how powerful we are when we put our minds to it, and how powerful, with why you were so in high demand to do what you're able to do, and the knowing that you had within you to go and help set things right. And they probably wanted you close by to keep them safe too.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm not the only one. I mean, Ryan from Team Light, if you go on his YouTube channel at Unite the Collective or Team Light, you'll see he's done nearly all the planet with his team from Sedona in America. They've done the pyramids on the 21st of December 2012. He's done China, Asia, Easter Island, North South America. He did Germany because I didn't do all of Germany. I just did Munich. You know, we've done this while everybody else was asleep. And now you're all waking up. We can pass what we've learned on to you as you're all waking up to the people that are coming to you, so we don't have to do it anymore, because we've been doing so much gridding, waking people up, teaching. That's not our job. My job is to hold the field and to do my
I
grid
was
work.
told three things that I heard, and it was in a dream state or maybe almost waking state. And it was stay put, stay pure, stay in prayer, which means
Yeah.
stay in the meditation, and staying pure it's not pure like what the people would say, don't do this, don't do that, hold your head, tap your head, rub your belly, hop on one foot. It wasn't that kind of purity. It was
No.
negative influences, keep my emotions in check. And it seems like we were spaced out for a reason. And then as time is going on, more and more pops. So now we're closer. So then we can actually get together and spend time with each other. It's beautiful. I mean, I'm just ecstatic. I'm so happy about, getting to know so many wonderful, beautiful, amazing people that are seeing their sovereignty, their awareness, their abilities, their unconditional love ruling from their hearts, not from their head, or they're not ruling from greed or dog eat dog. They have a whole different I can't even speak. Perception.
Yeah.
Perspective is good too on other people. I look in other people's eyes and I see limitless potential, because that's what we are.
If
We
you
just don't know it.
the best test I've got for anybody listening and how they are in their field, go to a family get together and don't get triggered. Hold your peace without being triggered by your family. That is the best. My children are my best tests. They're grown up now, they're 23 and 25, my girls, but I can go there now, and when they're in my presence, the last time I went, they'll start to fight in front of me and to see if I react, and I'm just like, when you're finished playing it out, your old roles, let's see how you are as adults. And they'll end up, everybody
Funny.
will calm down and they'll, and let's not react to him. It's like they're trying to push your buttons, and when your buttons aren't being pushed, you're in the right place, and then you can go out into the world and be able to stand in, like I've done in the past, stand in a fight when I was doing security of 50 guys drunk, and have to put my hands go between them all and put my hands up and just say, can you stop us? I'm going to have to take your trousers down and smack your bums. and they just look at you and they're like, what? But that's what I do on the spiritual as
This
well.
little lady is going to spank my bum.
Yeah, it's either, you could see it clicking, she's either going to really do this because she's got that job and that t-shirt on for a reason, and I'm going to really embarrass myself, or she's quite nice, I'll buy her a drink. And it's just,
That's funny.
but this is what we do when we go to battlefields and you've got old souls trapped in the fight as they've died. You've got to go and go, look, can you stop? Can you just stop? It's over. This is what we're doing now. You come with me and I'll take you back up to source. I can deliver you in my little taxi here. Or you can, do what you want to do, but just get out of this program, and we're clearing the field. And that's what we've been doing. What I've done in the physical, I do now in the spiritual.
Amazing. You're absolutely amazing. I'm going to zip it up. I try to keep it at an hour so I don't abuse my guests. And we actually went an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, but we can do more.
Well,
I've got to do Shane yet. I'm a bit.
Yes,
But now
and
you've seen what I'm
stay.
like.
You stay on the line with me while I. Do you have any? Well, you pretty much just gave him some great advice, so we'll leave it with that. On if you can handle disruptive people and hold your position in peace, in love, unconditional love, and forgiveness, and not let them trigger you, you're ready to go out in the world. That's the best advice, to test yourself if you're ready. I really love that. Remember, guys, all of her information is in the show more notes. I will also have her on my homepage. I recommend you subscribe, check out what she's doing, since now she's coming back, and I'm going to go
I'm
right
on
after it.
Stella. Get on Stella. We're getting rid of Facebook. Just a warning.
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't like the CIA encroached Facebook, but I don't worry about those kind of things.
No, it's not that I'm worried about it. It's just we are getting rid of it when that's going to be the first thing to go off the internet.
Oh, well, if it just poof disappears, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Until then, I'll just keep utilizing it until we poof and disappear it. There's a lot of things that I like and a lot of things that I don't like. The trolling and the weirdness and the creepiness I don't like.
Hi,
But the
trolls.
love
Contact me. I'll give you a session for free.
makes you right up.
Love you, CIA. Coming to get you tonight. Bye.
Hey guys, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, please. Tell a few of your friends if any of this resonates with you. Also, my email's in the show more notes. So if you'd like to come on and share what you know so others can listen and grow, contact me. I want to hear from you. I love you all so very, very much. Peace. Have yourself a good day.